What's up? My name is Dr. Trill. We are here with another episode of Trill Talks.
No chill with Dr. Trill. Ain't no chill with Dr. Trill. Ain't no chill with Dr. Trill.
I'm here with my co-host, the amazing Johanny T.
What's up, what's up?
And we are also here once again with the owner of Club of Hearts, Miss Joy.
Hi.
Hey. So I was about to go straight into a different topic, but then I have read somebody else's DM and it made me think, you know what? This needs to be discussed tonight. So without further ado, so we just broke up after 4 years and it's finally over for real. But the problem is he became friends with my friends and he thinks he should still be able to come around. I think these friends are a bonus that come with me. You don't get to keep them. I feel like it's over, so they're over. What should we do and what should they do? Oh man, so I think the appropriate way to handle a breakup in this situation, if you've been with somebody for 4 years and you leave the situation amicably or just hate each other, whatever the case, you don't get to make the choices for the friends. If a friend is having a gathering or whatever the case and he's invited by that friend, you don't get to tell the friend how to be a friend to somebody else. After you've introduced them, you've kind of relinquished your opinion, unless you don't want this person to know who you're dating or your friends to know who you're dating, or you introduce them with the contingency, like, you know, I want you guys to meet this new guy, but X, Y, and Z, which would be trash, because then I wouldn't want to be your friend. So I think at the end of the day, once you've introduced them, whoever becomes friends, however they become friends, is not your business. Whatever they're gonna do from that point, let them do what they're gonna do. So if he's still coming around and you're uncomfortable, that's your cue to either get over it or to go. Go. It's only those two options. You don't get to tell everybody else what you think.
Go for it.
Okay, well, I agree, but your homegirls is your homegirls. That's not his friends, okay? So when he go, like, they need to realize why would you be talking to my ex nigga is still cool when we're just like, we're homegirls.
But because you know what? Your homegirls ain't single. So if you're, just like this is how it goes. The girl I'm choosing to date, right? You go over the place, her homegirls has a boyfriend. And then I end up talking sports with the boyfriend. I'm talking and chilling, and she's still with that guy. So next time they get together, Johnny texts Craig and was like, yo.
It's okay, I get it. But she should have been specific. Like, my homegirls is not gonna be talking to my ex nigga when he becomes my ex nigga. What they gonna talk about? So
they don't have to be consistently conversing. It can just be like, I don't have a lot of friends.
I get the guy relationship. You meet guy, but the girl, it's my homegirl. Like, my best friend is not gonna keep talking to none of my exes. Okay, it's just not cool at all.
Is it though? I feel like, you know what, who
did who wrong, and was it a cool
that
separation?
Don't matter. The homies shouldn't even be involved in who did who wrong.
If he did her dirt,
they probably will find out. But
I'm sure her friends know that, and if her friends know that, and they still choose to be his friends, then I don't know.
It's starting to get a little complicated.
If they are still engaging with the ex, at least give her the courtesy of like, hey, when I have my birthday or my whatever thing I'm having, and he's gonna be there, to be able to say like, such and such, whatever the ex's name is going to be there. I just wanted to give you the heads up and give you the option to sort of prepare yourself or not show up or whatever that is. I think proper communication really can buffer a lot of the awkwardness that comes with inheriting friends through relationships and sort of even when the relationship ends, those friendships remain. It's tricky. I don't think that she should be making that decision.
I feel like we're over, so they should be over too. And that I feel like that kind of thought process is not
But very
uncommon.
possessive. But that's a very possessive way of being a friend. Like, I own you and therefore determine who you get to be friends with outside of our relationship. And that's like, actually you don't though.
Like, my friends that I've met and I have before you, and then you came into the picture and you met my friend. really give me do me dirt. Like, no, nigga.
Listen,
No.
But I feel that too. I totally
You're
feel
not
that
gonna
too.
do
But
me dirty and
I think in my mind, emotionally, I would be like, friends wouldn't really still be his friend. But like, practically, I'm like, I do also understand that I can't outwardly just be like, you can't be his friend because that feels
but
immature.
wait, there's more.
I'm not gonna tell you like you can't be their friends, but the
But
friends
the
that
expectation
I have,
is-
the friends that I have are not gonna fuck with any of my exes, especially
She
if somebody give me
said,
dirt.
though, in the in her sending a message, and she said, we broke up after 4 years and it's finally over this time. So
Yeah,
what if
which
the
implies
friends
to me there's been a some back
exactly?
and forth.
So
Yeah,
what if
for
the
sure.
friends would have been like, oh, we can't fuck with you after the first time, and then she gets back with this guy, and now that's why the friends can't really get involved, because if it's
Exactly.
finally over this time and then they fuck around and start dating,
It's
like you
it's
can't really
just
get involved
messy.
as a friend.
I feel like it, don't get involved as a friend, but my friends, my close friends, if it's a relationship and I part ways with somebody and it wasn't on good terms, that's messy as hell to continue to talk to that person. This is how
So
I
you're
feel.
saying like they should ebb and flow with
It's
your
the
relationship?
terms.
Like y'all are cool with him when I'm cool with him, and when I'm not, you're not. And it's sort of like you take
No,
your
it's
cues
not.
from me.
It's not that. It's just if I'm friends with somebody and I love my friends, and if I see somebody doing them dirt, you're hurting this person. You put them through a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna sit down and be so
But
what's
she
up,
didn't
Tommy?
say that.
You know,
She
like,
said
no.
it's over for real this time. It could be her fault. She could have
Well,
just,
that's why I said
or we can get away from fault. She could have just been her
specify.
choice.
When we send it, please specify, people. Tell us
Give us all the dirt.
Yeah, right.
information.
It could have
You know,
been
if
very
she
well
did the
her
dirt,
choice.
if she did the dirt, then it's different. You feel me?
It's not, listen,
It's
no
different.
matter what, listen, if you have a true friend, part of friendship to me is the companionship of knowing who you're dealing with. I know my friend is this way. I know my friend is
But
that
it's
way.
built on loyalty,
So,
though, right? Your friendship is
Yeah,
friendship
it's,
is
it,
loyalty.
yeah, it's built on
So who
loyalty,
do you
but this
have
is
loyalty first towards initially?
not. But that's different. See, now
that's
we're putting.
so all your
Not
friends
first
got the same
possessive.
loyalty. You don't have certain friends you're closer to, like, yo, dog. You
No, but
gonna be
that's-
kicking
yeah.
it and talking. If your dog got beef with somebody, you're gonna
No, I can't be.
you gonna be kicking it with the nigga that he got beef
Yeah,
with.
and you know what? And I've
No,
gotten into
right?
it about that before. I was cool with this guy and that guy, and then they got into beef, and they both expected me to not be cool with the other guy because they got into beef. And I took the route of I can't get involved with y'all beef. I can't get involved because
Different.
they eventually got cool
If you
again.
doing something, I watch people. If you're treating somebody like this,
Right.
and you're treating somebody like that, and it's foul, and you're not conscious about it, and you continue to do it, I don't need to fuck with you as a friend.
So that's
You
what I was
eventually
gonna
do it
say.
to me.
Yeah, if
Right.
my friends, if it is the case, to your point, that this person did me dirty and now they're my ex, and my friends are choosing to engage with them, it's less about their loyalty to me, and I'm more questioning like, how can you, after knowing what this person is capable of, trust that they are a good person to be friends with? Period.
Or anybody.
It's not about your loyalty to me. It's about your like commitment to being friends with somebody who's showing you their capacity to be an asshole.
Do we-
That's the first part. The second part is I feel like as friends, there should be some level of openness in your relationship where you can say, I'm not trying to tell you who to be friends with,
Right.
but I do want to let you know this is how I feel about it. And if you do continue to be friends with him, it's going to make me feel like this. And I feel like that's an honest place to be with your friends, to be able to be vulnerable and say, this is where I am, and it would be hurtful. And if you choose that, I'm asking you to at least communicate so that I don't run up on y'all doing something and then it catches me off guard or whatever.
Do you think we hold the responsibility as a friend or as a friend of a friend, which is in the situation of the boyfriend being a new friend and new addition to the group, do we hold the responsibility of not crucifying people for being wrong? So essentially, if we go in with the narrative of he did something wrong to this girl and they broke up, do we hold the responsibility of not being like, okay, well then, you did something to her, well fuck it, burn it. Like, can we not
Right.
be like, you know what? Things,
Well, we live in the cancel culture. So we are currently in the culture where somebody does a thing and we're like, that person's canceled.
Cancel that bitch.
So inevitably that's going to spill over into our personal relationships, right? So that's how we're handling celebrities and whatever else. That's going to spill over into our personal relationships, and we already glorify this ability to, like, I cut people off. Like, we are proud of that. It's not cool. It's not healthy.
Right.
It's not natural because we're relational beings, but we already glorify that whole, like, narrative around cutting people off.
Man, I cut people off, and I'm happy about it, and I glorify it, and it's healthy because low vibrational frequencies are not healthy for
That's
me.
very
Okay,
different.
This is
so
the
if
thing.
you got to go, you got to
But
go.
everybody that comes
That's
into my
very
life
different,
everybody that comes in my life isn't perfect. Everybody doesn't
Correct.
come in my life because they've got it all figured out, and now you're qualified to be a friend because you got it all figured out, and now you can. Some people come in and they got everything figured out with their profession, but their friendship is still kind of iffy. They still need to figure it out. They are paired with somebody like you because you got that part figured out, and they need whatever you got, right? So the ideal of cut off everybody when they fuck up one time or bad enough is like nobody. We're all gonna just be free by ourselves. Like, damn.
I'm not saying that. Let me clarify specifically. I feel like when you evolve and when you go to different points in your life, people tend to fall off. If I'm not in a place where
I get it. Elevation requires separation.
Yes, elevation requires separation, and sometimes where you're gonna go, some people can't come with you.
When you're meeting people, ask yourself, who am I becoming? And how does engaging with this person support or promote that? And if you can't answer that question clearly, then it doesn't mean that you can't engage with or be with that person, but you need to understand that you're hanging out with them in a context of maybe a mentor or a guide or a teacher, and you can't expect them to have the capacity to be a friend and whatever friend means to you. So you may still be with this person, but you'll hang out with them understanding I'm pouring into them. They don't have the capacity to reciprocate this, and so I'm not going to expect that of them, and therefore setting them up for failure.
So, but to bring it, to reel it all in, just real quick, last thing, does that become dangerous at any point? Like, for instance, I may have met Joe in 2017 or 16, and I didn't think, how is she adding or pouring into my life? And I didn't even know the Trill Talk show was going to happen at that time, and I didn't know that she would have been perfect for the show at that time. It's just things,
Which is why I said you don't necessarily have to cut them off, but you just understand I'm engaging with them under the context or with this particular dynamic. I'm not saying that you're just like, oh, you can't do nothing for me, bye.
Right.
But what I'm saying is understand, if I am going to hang with you, I'm not going to expect you to be able to meet me in certain places because I've already assessed that you don't have the capacity to, whether it's emotional intelligence, whether it's your drive, whether it's whatever else.
I have the capacity.
Right, exactly.
First, I'm saying
We're friends because tell how cool I am, Jado.
I'm saying when I first met Joe, I didn't
know.
assess her this way
Yeah.
to be like, oh yeah, I might have an idea in 2018 to do Trill
No,
Talks.
of course not.
You know
can't
what I'm
But as a
research
person initially meeting me, if I was a bum bitch,
Exactly.
I probably wouldn't be here right
So
now.
whatever you were doing
Right.
at that time, whatever you were doing, you assessed that she was of value to you for whatever that was, not knowing what it would turn into here. But at that time, whatever it was, when you met her, whatever that was, you were able
because
to say.
she's like, this nigga is taking. Let's get off her. Anywho,
Right.
I hope that this
Right.
helped you in your situation a little bit or a lot of bit. Whatever your friendship situation may be,
Right.
we hope that you go forth and be happy and be married for now, forevermore. This has been Trill Talks. My name is Jado. This is JT. This is Joy. And these are all of our @. Follow us, leave us comments, leave us suggestions and thoughts and similar questions. We appreciate you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
No chill with Dr. Trill. Ain't no chill with